Here's what the National Hurricane Center is tracking. They've got an area of disturbed weather. It's currently sitting east of Florida. This unorganized area of showers and storms is going to be drifting west, and in our general direction, it's going to get pulled towards Louisiana by the middle and end of this week. They're only calling for a 30% chance of it becoming a named storm right now, but there are some scenarios where this actually does become a named storm. The biggest thing that's going to determine that is how quickly it organizes. So if this thing really starts to come together as it sits east of Florida, or once it even crosses into the Gulf here later this week, if it starts to organize fast enough, we certainly could have a named storm here heading our direction by the end of the week. Now, there are some limiting factors, time being the biggest thing here. It's not going to have a week or days and days and days to sit over the warm water, but it will have at least a couple. So we've got relatively low wind shear. Dry air is not terrible right now, and look at the water temperatures. We've got upper 80s through the central Gulf and into the northern Gulf here. So this feature is going to have plenty of warm water. It's just, can it organize fast enough? And if it does, that's where we certainly could have a named storm moving our direction by the end of the week. Now, regardless of whether this thing becomes a depression, named storm, or it's just a big old sloppy rainmaker, it will be a rainmaker for the area. So here we go Monday. This is today, all that tropical moisture centered over Florida. Watch that tropical moisture pull to the west here and concentrate over Louisiana and Mississippi starting later Wednesday into Thursday into Friday, Saturday. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be raining continuously during all these days, but this will aid in heavier rain, and so you get these storms that produce heavier rainfall rates or higher rainfall rates. Reason this is not going to be moving very quickly, it's riding around this extension of the ridge of high pressure. The ridge currently extends from the Atlantic out over the deep south. That feature's riding under the ridge and along the edge of it, and that means it's going to park itself right in here, and then as it moves our way, the ridge built ahead of it, and that means steering currents, they collapse, which means this thing is not going to be in a hurry to move anywhere once we get towards the end of the week. And again, that's whether it's a named storm or just a sloppy rainmaker. It's not going to be moving very quickly as we head towards the end of the week. So we're going to need to watch this closely. All right, the concern level is very low right now. Not terribly concerned, but I do think we could have a big rainmaker here towards the end of the week. And if it gets a name, Dexter is our next name on our 2025 list. So our 7-day forecast, we're going to be keeping an eye on this for you, keeping you updated as well. Those chances for heavier rain showers and storms will really start to increase by the middle and the end of the week. Again, this will be towards the Thursday time frame. We're really watching this. Our marine forecast, we're going to call for relatively smooth sailing here today. Those winds are going to switch directions by tomorrow and Wednesday with that low pressure trying to form. We'll have more of a northerly wind as we head towards the middle of the week. All right, let's check in with Leah.